Now, to give us more details on the COVID-19 clinical trials, we have Dr. Bruce Kirenga, the director of the Makerere Lung Institute, with us in studio. He will be a part of those running the trials. Good evening and welcome to NTV Tonight, Doctor.
Good evening.
Doctor, we'll just get into it. With no vaccines available and treatments only starting to emerge for COVID-19 in different parts of the world, this convalescent plasma treatment seems like a ray of hope for our country. But explaining to just any person who's listening to this, what is convalescent plasma?
Okay, convalescent plasma is plasma from someone who has recovered from an infection. The word convalescence is a bit confusing because it may presuppose that someone is still sick, but it's plasma got from people who have completely healed from the infection. In this case, COVID-19 disease.
Okay. Now, when we talk about this ray of hope, Uganda will be one of the very few African countries that have undertaken this particular kind of treatment trial. And what does that reveal about our country and our health sector?
I think it's all about initiative of our country and people who are working in the COVID-19 program, because we looked at many options. And actually we found that since we have recovered patients, this is something we can do.
Okay. And are there any particular timelines set in stone in terms of how we'll be gauging the success of these trials?
Yeah, as you've seen, we have already collected the product. We have about 127 usable units of plasma, and we'll start the trial tomorrow as directed by the minister. So from determination of sample size using statistics, we think if we included 136 people would get an answer. So this could take us about 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be out with the results.
Okay, and will this treatment be for those particularly who have presented severe signs of COVID-19 or also those who have been asymptomatic?
According to the design of the trial, we actually want to randomize a whole range of COVID-19 patients from mild to severe. However, right now we are under pressure with many severe cases, and we are discussing if we may change the design a little bit so that we concentrate on people who are very sick.
In your perspective as a doctor, will this also change in one way the stigmatization that many of the patients who have recovered from COVID-19 might be facing?
I think so. I think so. Of course, when a disease has no treatment and no remedy, people are so scared to be associated with it. Probably, if we show that this disease can be treated, and if this treatment works, maybe it may reduce the stigma. Okay.
Well, Doctor, just lastly, for many, we say it's a ray of hope. But as a scientist and as a doctor, what are the chances that you would give us? Taking a look at from other countries, should we be looking at a positive direction with this?
Yeah, we are very hopeful that the results will be positive, and that's what we call clinical equipoise. If we really didn't know that it will work, then we wouldn't be trying it. So we know, we believe it will work, and that's why we want to test it.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for joining us in studio as Dr. Bruce Kirenga. Thank you so much for joining us on NTV Tonight, the director of the Makerere Lung Institute, and he will be a part of those running the trials on the COVID-19 clinical trials within the country. Now, in our opinion,